What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to another year of Tour Junkies After Dark, the DraftKings Sportsbook show that, really, we just do way after we do our own podcasts every week, breaking down the PGA Tour, breaking down the action from a betting perspective, what you need to know, some guys we like, some guys we kind of, we're in on right now. So we're going to get right into it. It's the Sentry Tournament of Champions 2022 from Kapalua Golf Course in Maui, Hawaii. All right. So you got to lock in all those bets. You got a little extra time on Thursday morning with the time change stuff. You know what I mean? Pat, we've just finished our betting shows, our DFS shows on our own YouTube channels and podcasts. Here we are on DraftKings. We've had a few of the drinks. And we debated on a couple names. We agreed on some names, but only 39 players in the field this week. No Rory McIlroy. He didn't show up. Believe it or not, Dustin Johnson didn't qualify. People should know this is a no-cut event. They're guaranteed all 4 rounds. And this is a tournament where you only get in if you won a golf tournament in 2021. So that's the Sentry. Kapalua is a course we all know and love. We gave you a full course breakdown on our channel if you want more information, more details about the golf course or the key stats we think might be important. But we're going to get into the betting picks. We're going to give you 3 outright bets that we like. We're going to give you a couple top 10s this week since there's only 39 players in the field, and maybe a little bonus bet. We'll see how it goes. Pat, I will get us started here at the top of the betting board. I think it's probably safe to say there's agreement here. We both like Xander Schofield. Now, yes. John Rahm's the favorite at 6-1. Justin Thomas at 8.5-1 is a guy we did talk about. We like JT. He got off to a rough start at this event last year with something that was caught on a hot mic, but he has always played this course well. We both think it's going to kind of be revenge season for JT. He kind of performed suboptimally last year, even though he won the Players. It felt like a down year for him. We like him. But I think at the end of the day, that the little extra value you get with Xander Schofield at 12-1, a guy who's won this tournament before, a guy who has incredible course history here. We don't have a lot of recent form out of these guys, right? Like maybe they play the Hero World Challenge, which is kind of a hit and giggle exhibition event. Maybe they played in October, but a lot can change between now and then. So we don't really have that. We kind of have course fit and course history, and for both of those things, Xander Schofield, pretty much one of the top players in the field in terms of that. He won here in 2019. He's obviously got all the skill set to play well here. At the top of the betting board, looking at the shortest numbers, he's the one guy that I like the most that I can't find enough reasons to possibly fade. Like, does he care? Is he here to vacation with his fiance? Is he here to, is he chasing kids all over Maui? Because this is a very family-friendly situation in Hawaii. It's kind of unique. So Xander at 13-1 for me is the shortest number I'll give you. I'll toss it over to you now.
Yeah, I agree with you there on Xander. I think it's a great number for him. And I'm with you on JT. I mean, I think I don't like paying numbers that are that short, but I think it's going to be a strong year for JT. But there's 2 really here in the shorter odds range that just stick out for me. And that is, they're right there at 22-1 together, Jordan Spieth and Sungjae Im. Oh. I think now if you're lining up those 2 next to each other and you got to pick one or the other, Jordan Spieth is probably where you're going to lean. But I still am a big fan of Sungjae Im also this week. He played well last year, especially towards the end of the year with a win. His first time playing this course was last year, and he finished T5. So I really like Sungjae Im, but Jordan Spieth's another one right there. I think that's great value for him at 22-1.
Yeah, well, okay. You just took my second one. I'm in here on Jordan, like you said. Hasn't been here for a few years. Probably grateful to get back. Won here before. This place draws correlations to Augusta National. Obviously, he owns Augusta National. It's like a wedge fest and putting. It's a birdie fest. Like Jordan can do those things. I think Jordan at 22-1 is an incredible value that you should probably jump on now, because I could definitely see that getting shorter. Maybe even by the time you're listening to this or watching this. I don't know, yeah. But I'm with you there. So, yeah, you took mine. My last one is going to be a little bit further down the board at 70-1. I'm in on Billy Horschel. I'm not always in on Billy Horschel. You tend to be the Billy Ho kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I got a good feeling about old Billy Ho this week. He's he's a great putter, and again, this is definitely a putting contest. Okay, he's second in this field in strokes gained putting on Bermuda surfaces in the last 50 rounds. So kind of taking a little bit of a broader view there. Great Bermuda putter, great in the wind. And, Billy Ho, he's played here. He's got a lot of experience here. He's played here 5 times. The history's not great. In the 5 attempts, his best finish is a 6th, which was his first attempt in 2014. He then finished 11th in 2018, and then just some 22nds and 24ths, in a 40-man field event. So he doesn't have the best record here, but I just see him as a guy who shows up to an event like this, fully focused, fully ready to go. And there's more players in here, especially in the long range, that you kind of wonder about in terms of that. And I feel like Billy Ho is that guy. And he's also that guy that when he's in contention, he knows how to close the door. So Billy Ho at 70-1, the value is just good to me. I like the number. I'll go there.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't have a ton that I am right. If we're talking about guys that I truly feel really strongly about outright, in that high of a range. But I like Brooks Koepka at 30-1. I mean, we talked about this on the show, and I went all like beat around the bush on all these reasons that I like Brooks Koepka, and then you kind of just put it into a more easily way to say it. If you get Brooks Koepka, anywhere over 25-1, you might as well just take him. I mean, it's Brooks Koepka. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. And that's the simple answer. I like him there at 30-1. Outside of that, maybe a couple top 10s here, but that's about all I'm looking at.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the play with Brooks. Like he said, he's as healthy as he's ever been. We know he's a killer. He doesn't have a great record here in a couple of tries at Kapalua, but it probably just doesn't matter. And all these guys are coming in where we don't really know how much they've swung a golf club coming into this. And so a lot of those things that typically, could be in the con column for Brooks are probably could potentially be cons for everybody else, but he's still Brooks Koepka. And I think you're right. 25-1 or longer, it might just be an auto bet, especially when he only has 38 other guys to beat. He can do that.
I agree.
So top 10s. Couple top 10s that I like. Billy Ho, I already mentioned him. He's one of my favorites at plus 275. And then Jason Kokorak. He's a guy who, broke the seal last year with his first victory. He's won 2 other times after that, 3 times now, right? PGA Tour winner, Jason Kokorak. He's 2-1 as a top 10. He's plenty long. He's a hot putter when he's got it, when he's feeling it. He's got one of the best caddies in the game, and David Robinson on his bag. I think Jason Kokorak is very much in play for a top 10 at 2-1. I think that's a good number there for him.
Yeah, I got a couple here that I like. On the shorter end, I like Mark Leishman. He's plus 170 to finish top 10. He's had 2 or 3 top 10s here in the last 5 years, and then also Max Homa. He's at 3.5-1, so plus 350 as a top 10. Also, he's super talented. We know that. Got his first win a few years ago, backed it up again last year with another win. So I think Max Homa at plus 350 is another good top 10 play. So there you go.
There you have it. The Sentry Tournament of Champions 2022. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Some betting picks for you. Man, this is a fun event. It's primetime golf in Hawaii at a beautiful golf course. It's fun to watch. It's some of the best names in golf. It's exciting. We're pumped about it. Hope you are too. We will not be doing the DraftKings show next week. We will be attending the national title game where the Georgia Bulldogs will, please God, let them beat Alabama one time.
Just once.
While we're in Indy. We don't ever have to win another natty for the rest of our lives. Just let Georgia beat Alabama while we're in Indy taking in the game. So we will not be able to do TJ After Dark. We hate that. We'll be back the next week, and we'll be rocking and rolling from there on out. Golf every week for like the next 44 weeks. So there you go. May your screens be green. Let's take it to DraftKings this week, people. Let's really take it to them. Let's hit a winner.
Let's do it.
To start off 2022. Pat hit 4 winners. Was it 4 or 5 in the fall? Just in the fall.
4 and then +1 for you.
Oh yeah, I had Hovland. Yeah, 4 plus. Yeah, we've hit 5 winners.
Yeah.
In like 10 events in the fall. What are we doing here? Let's do it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Comment who you like, who you don't like. Who do you think is going to take it down this week? Give us a pick. Who do you like in the national title game? Why is it Georgia? And help us out. Help us. Just scarred Georgia fans have a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in a couple weeks. See you. Out.